Hello and welcome to yet another One Divine challenge. This time we have Atziri sets. Regular Atziri, 43 sets is for One Divine. So it's another One Divine challenge. These sets were 5 apiece. These runs were between 3 and 4 minutes long. But for the sake of simplicity, we are going to talk about them being 4 minutes long. So basically what you do here is I have cleaned everything. I've intentionally cleared everything to simulate a slower experience, because my build can one-shot all of these bosses as you will see, and the longest one is of course the first boss because it has a long spawn timer. Now, to not dawdle too much, these are the results. I will of course have the game play through behind the screen so you guys could see what's going on as well. But here's what we have. So one divine of Atziri, that's 43 runs, which is 215 divided by 5. That's simple enough. Now, for the loot, we've got plenty of random currency drops, 13 chaos flat out dropped, and there were the other currencies, forbidden tomes, some gems, some unique items, and whatnot. All of those were between 20 and 40 chaos, but for the sake of simplicity, I won't count them. I will just count the 13 flat chaos that dropped, but that's like 0.05 of a divine, so it doesn't skew the result in any way. What you're banking on, however, are the Uber fragments. The Uber fragments are mortal fragments, grief, ignorance, rage, and hope. And what you want a full set. Why? Because when you sell a full set, it's more profitable than it is to sell them piece by piece. So if you want to sell them in sets, a full set of Atziri as of yesterday, the 3rd of January, was 1.2 divines, so 1.2 divines for set, but you need a minimum of 2 to 5 sets. Now, they have a roughly 39.52% chance to drop, so around 40% chance to drop any fragment of Atziri with her regular loot. So I got Mortal Grief 6 for ignorance, 5 rage, 2 hope. Total for that would be like 3.7D if I sold two like full circles, and the rest regular with the fragments. I would strongly advise you to never sell these other than a set if you can do regular Atziri. Just buy the regular Atziri, it takes like 3 minutes. You can see like the boss fight is, well, for me at least, I just stand around and just falls flat. Now she has a reflect mechanic, which you should already know, but she has native reflect, and if you hit the mirage that has that holds a mirror that has 100% reflect, so be careful there. Now, those are for the fragments. That's what you're banking on, and with that only, you are profitable. Like, out of 40 runs, with only that, you are profitable. Now you're dropping uniques. There are a few unique items that drop from Atziri. There's boots, there's the flask, there's the belts, and there are rings. Rings and belts have random modifiers that can drop. Some are worth more, some are worth less. Belts, belts, yes. Rings and belts. Flasks don't have random modifiers. They have flat modifiers, but only the maximum ones or one-off maximum are worth something. Boots are the same. Only the maximum boots are worth the same with suppression. That's 26. And I strongly suggest Valorbing them just to get an extra implicit, because they're like 25 chaos each. Sacrificial Garbs can also drop their item level 72, 74. They give +1 to level of Val skill gem socketed. They're mostly trash. I don't even count this one for 1D. That's like if it sells. So those ones you can literally take away. So I dropped 8 rings, 10 belts, 18 flasks, 6 boots, and 7 garbs. From those, I'll show them here. From those that I dropped, I have sold some. I have sold 3 or 4 flasks for 15 chaos and some for 35 chaos. So that I guaranteed sold. I had a whisper for 1 divine, but I was AFK, so you can count that one as a sell as well. Now, the most important part is starting from rings. Some rings are one divine, like there's this one, which is apparently one divine. If it sells, it sells. Some are 20 chaos, some are 10, and one is 5. Will they sell? I don't know. They don't vendor 3 to 1. I don't count these as sellable. This one might be sold, but it might be sold for like 100 chaos. We'll see how it goes. It only has been like less than 24 hours. Now for the belts you have lightning, fire, physical, and cold. Physical ones are worth the most, but lightning and fire can go well if you have high armor. So here I have one with lightning with very high armor, basically max armor and good resistances and sort of okay everything else. That's for one divine, and then there's the physical ones, one for 70 chaos, one for one divine. They have more resistances other than anything, but we will see if those sell. I will only count the one for one divine, the one divines, and that's basically it. It will include everything else if it sells in the meantime. 18 flasks. Now these flasks are worth, if there's 8 elemental percent, that's a 30%, that's a 30 chaos flask. If there's 8 fizz, 7 elemental, that's 15 flask, 15 chaos. 8 LS, 7 fizz, that's 35 flask. And if it's 8-8, that's 1 divine. So I got 188, that's one for one divine. That basically recouped the price of the whole 43 sets, but that's fine. 12 I've vendored to get 4 out of that. I got 7 L8 fizz, 15 chaos, 3 dead, vendor, dead. Basically everything that's under like 8 and 7, like this one, that's just a dead flask. You vendor 3 of these if you get them for one more, and you hope you get an 8-8, 7-8, and that's it. 8-7, it doesn't really go well. So 8-7, it really doesn't go well. Anyways, boots, as I said, I got boots, so these are like just the lowest one to show you that one of them I got left because I vendored them, got nothing. This is the nothing one. And this is the one that's apparently worth something with global evasion rating while moving. Now I did the quality, I did the gems. This is 26% and it is 59 life up to 75. The higher you go, the more they can be, but this one was specifically 25 chaos. And garbs are here, like this one's apparently one divine. It's not gonna sell for one divine ever. But here's the money recap. So 2 full sets of Uber Atziri plus the fragments, that's total 3.7 divines. As I said, I did this straight fully without any BS. Just to do that, I would farm until I got like full sets for everything, or sell parts in a divine setting. Don't sell them one by one because you're going to get way less money if you're looking to earn some currency. Rest are like 13 to 20 chaos of random currency, 1 ring for divine, 2 1 divine belts, 1 divine flask, 1 divine boots. That's like 5 divines if you count that. Out of that, we'll see what sells for guarantee. Like the flask will go, everything else is a chance. And I won't count the smallest ones. It's all a gamble. So total money is like 8.8 div. We can say 9 divines. We can say 9 divines total, but these things will take time to sell. I will see how long they take. If they take longer than 2-3 days, that basically means I'm going to half their price and just see what else I get. But because I already sold a few flasks and you can sell the sets, you will always return the money on this. It will just take a bit of time. So time invested is average 4 minutes a run, 43 runs. That's almost 3 hours, so 172 minutes. And that would be around 3 divines per hour, with a big caveat that everything of these sold. Now, if we do a smaller count, let's say instead of those 5 divines, so let's say that would be 1 divine because 1 flask will sell. So instead of 8.8, this would be what? 4.1. 4 divines, that's divine something an hour, which is still okay in the beginning of the league or when you try to play and try to earn money. There's better ways, definitely, how to earn, but this was just a simple test. It wasn't like the lab one. Lab one got a lot more, like I think it ended up being 30-35 divines plus. But this was just a test for you guys to see how well it works. Next one most likely is going to be blighted maps. So thank you for watching yet another one of these, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, also like, sub, and all that good stuff. I'm streaming on all 3 platforms. Bye!